Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. GamePie. This is Let's Play Sky Chase Zone Act 1.
So many references back to the old games. I love
Sonic,
it.
wait here for a second.
They were pandering to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles fans in this game, and then they never did it again.
The only gripe I have with the way that the series went after this is the last game to really want to be part of a continuity.
Are
starting
you
with the
sure?
next
I'm
game.
pretty sure that Sonic Heroes wanted to be part of the continuity. Just
Oh,
not.
yeah, sure. There's a random line or two there, but I mean, if you want to follow like what directly affects the events of the next, no, actually, Adventure 2 has that. Heroes actually kind of does. Shadow is based off. Never mind. 06 is where they stopped remembering that they had a series.
Yeah. Sonic 06 was supposed to be a reboot of the series. It didn't do that though.
It just wiped itself out at the end. I love it.
I don't. Well, then again, because of how bad it is, I guess I should. So
Let's go!
we'll get to that one day.
No, we won't.
Well, you will.
Actually, this is good.
And I'll be there, watching.
And brooding.
And maybe yelling a little bit.
Oh, probably.
Maybe. Anyway, this is Sky Chase Zone. You can target onto things by holding down the shoot button. That's something that I didn't know for a long time. That's why the target exists on the screen.
I didn't realize that until I was halfway through Sonic Adventure DX. That'd be tennis story, but anyway, I'm getting into this. Yeah, no. Also, the machine gun fire actually is supposed to go by where the crosshairs are, but
Yeah. The crosshairs aren't very accurate for anything, except the homing shots.
that looks like a homing shot. Careful, Thomas.
Austin, those are my homing shots.
Be careful anyway, Thomas.
Now, one thing that I like to do here is this. Oh, there we go, this. Oh, no, I can't do it anymore. I can't blind the viewers, Austin. I'm so sad.
So much light concentrated into one single focal point.
That's what we try to do here at Mr. Game & Pie Incorporated. Blinding our viewers. Yes, one game at a time. Next thing you know, in Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, I'll use the light ability, and all of a sudden, all my viewers will die.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't harm any of the in-game enemies, so maybe it can hurt people in the real world.
Yeah. Look forward to that on Mr. Game & Pie /YouTube/.com/backspace.
I mean, technically, I've already played Nightmare and Dreamland, so that's not gonna happen.
No one needs to know that. Play it again.
Maybe I will. I probably won't. Wow, look at that! I totally took damage. It doesn't matter.
Now what happened?
It doesn't matter. It never did. And the camera is being ridiculous. And now Tails is in front of his cursor. That means that we can home in ourselves and die.
What you don't know is that it's not Robotnik who ends up shooting them down with themselves.
Yes.
Ah, we're hit! Tails, why'd you do that?
Pretty much. I mean, you kind of have to purposely run into those ships to hit anything.
Tails, your aim sucks!
It reminds me of this one Brawl in the Family comic, where Gyarados is confused. Hyper Beam just spins around and hits him in the face. And now here's where the story just sort of forgets that it had a story prior to any moment before now.
Sonic and Tails get separated, they both lose their purpose in life. This is how my fanfic goes.
Yeah, basically.
Tails?
Also, Amy
Tails!
picks up a new girl, but we'll be seeing her momentarily.
You're not who I'm looking for.
Sonic will be falling a lot in the series from here on out.
It's tradition, don't you know?
Oh,
I mean, technically he has been falling throughout the series quite a bit, ever since Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. Oh, right. The ending of Sonic 2. Sonic 3 did it pretty well though with flying battery into Sandopolis. Oh god!
Yeah.
But this is where it becomes canonical. Like, beautifully, beautifully canonical.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how people are supposed to know to go here.
Amy.
Tikal tells you?
Wrong with you anyway?
Well, you expect people to listen to that person?
Why don't you try going to the casino? Don't you wanna? Huh?
You must be kidding.
If you don't,
Don't tell me what to do, blinking light woman thing. I go where I please.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I do what I want.
I suppose the other half of that too is that since the hub worlds are relatively tiny, you can't go inside the train station. The only places you have to go are down in the sewers, the room you're about to go in, the room you were just in, the area where you can go down into the sewers, and the casino.
Yeah.
look! Eggman's robots on the
Look!
move.
It's that character from the Mega Man X series.
What is he fighting for?
No, wait, it's the final boss of Kirby 64.
Now what?
What is he fighting for?
He's gonna shoot blood at us.
Here,
Yes. Oh, that's creepy.
get him free.
Quickly shoot him in his turnip on his stomach and defeat him.
Amy.
Don't you mean the cactus coming out of his bottom?
I don't care what it is, it's creepy.
Oh man, that girl is such a pain.
Also, nobody cares about Zero anymore because Sonic's just running after her. Because, you know, it's not like there's a robot right behind him that was chasing after her that he should destroy right now while it's just standing there. No, not gonna do that at all.
Actually, that is a good point. What happened to the... I don't know. He gets to stay there and snark about Amy for a while. It's beautiful.
Yes. Anyway, I'm in a go-kart now. Welcome to Mario Kart Zero Gravity, everybody.
You might recognize this song from Sonic 3D Blast.
You might have noticed several songs already from Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh, well, yes, but this is the one that always stood out to me because Panic Puppet 1 is beautiful.
It is. I did a Let's Play of Sonic 3D Blast.
Check it out now on youtube.com/MrGamingPie/videos.
It was okay. I don't know. I don't think that was like my best Let's Play ever or anything.
It's also not the best game ever, so you can be forgiven.
But regardless, this part is really easy. Just gotta go fast.
There's one part that's a bit glitchy and whatnot, but it's nothing too bad. Especially in the Dreamcast version, the jump right before that big gap, right after you pass all the key keys, really awkward.
I see. I'm sure that you showed this off in Let's Break, and I just don't recall it offhand.
Oh no, I wasn't playing the Dreamcast version in that case. I was playing the same version you are. I've been meaning to go back and do that on the Dreamcast as soon as I find my disc for the Dreamcast, but that'll come in time.
Goodbye. Who needs to progress through the game? Let's just run around, because it's like, look at this. We can go into space. Awesome. We can go into space. But let's not.
Space! Space. Gotta drive in space.
Indeed. Also, those act as actual speed boosts. Moving onward. We're riding a roller coaster.
So good.
But yeah, I really like how this gives you a really big preview of what's to come in the level. It really lets you see the world. Also, you can do a big shortcut there, but I'm terrible at this game apparently, so I can't do it.
It is a huge shortcut, but not when you're trying to do the, whatever you call it thingy. No jump challenges.
Well, not whenever you're trying to play like Thomas Shows.
I will do that when it comes to the verses we're gonna do eventually.
You mean you're gonna play like Thomas Shows?
Oh no, I will skip everything I possibly can and get as far ahead of you as possible.
Oh.
Because I can mash the X and B buttons.
Will you? Are you sure that you can mash the X and B buttons?
I can try, darn it.
I'm taking a shortcut that you're not supposed to take. Because I always take this shortcut. Because it's the only way that I ever figured out how to get through the level.
Perfectly fine. Wait,
Because
only way you've ever figured out how to get to the level?
Well, I mean, I've never bothered to figure out another way.
Oh, okay.
Because homing attacking springs launches you higher for some reason.
Usually. It has something to do with the way that the springs are programmed, and when you homing attack, you hit a certain part of them, which might actually act as 2 springs at once, if I recall. It's been a while, but it's something along those lines.
Yes.
That
In
is
any
like,
case, we have completed the amusement park level.
it's actually a really fast level, honestly, which is kind of cool, because I like the way that it's designed, the setup is nice, the spiral tower thing works really well.
Yeah, not bad.
It really does.
And that music, Pleasure Castle, is such a good song.
And then all the enemies at the end are trying to kill you, but they can't because the level is already over.
Welcome
And they're
to Twinkle
contractually
Park.
obligated to just stop doing
Oh,
anything
shoot.
after the
I've
animals have been
lost Amy.
released.
Master
I bet
Robotnik!
that
Master
robot hauled butt
Robotnik!
after
The
her.
bombs aren't working
I
anymore!
better catch her before it does.
That's
throw
how I
them again.
programmed them. Now there's this thing over here called Twinkle Circuit, but we don't care about that, so we're moving onward.
Oh, come on, you get to hear every character's version of the woohoo! Woohoo!
Yeah. Alright, now here we have a level that was apparently popular enough to appear in Sonic Generations.
I don't know why. I mean, I loved me some Speed Highway, but, I mean, why was it in Generations when we had Red Mountain? And Skydeck, and Lost World, and Final Egg?
Well, quite frankly, I would have just liked to see all the final levels
Oh,
in
yeah!
Generations as like combined.
That would have been beautiful.
Like classic Sonic goes through Scrap Brain Zone, Metropolis Zone, Death Egg Zone, Final Egg, and then in like Final Rush, it switches over to Modern Sonic, and then he plays through all the final levels of the next couple games.
Final Fortress, Final Haunt if you want to count it, End of the World, but I don't want to count it, Eggman Land, because everyone would love that, and Lava Mountain.
Yeah, or what? Not Lava Mountain.
Fundamental Velocity.
Yes. Alright, so anyway, this level has a lot of speed boosts. I don't have a whole lot to say about this level, because I talked about it a lot in Sonic Generations. I just fell off the level! So Austin, you talk about this level instead.
Speed Highway is a fairly solid level based around a highway where you are speed or something. This level also happens to be home to probably some of the greatest speedrunning tricks this side of Sonic Adventure 2, and I frankly really love them all.
I don't. That's why I'm not doing it.
The buildings that you pass by right at the beginning of the stage, the 2 giant skyscrapers that or whatnot, they each have an extra life on top of them, and you can spin dash off the roof and end up on the helicarrier area like 2/3 of the way through the first section of the level. It's beautiful. You can also go on pretty much every rooftop. That'll help you get to where you're going faster. It's just overall a very beautiful level. And I love that satellite, what do we call it? Satellite image of a city below you.
I like it more as Tails.
Oh, Tails' version of the level is amazing, but we'll get there.
We will get there. But then again, I like everything more as Tails.
Needs more Tails. You're like a chef for video games.
Tails is just the best part of the game.
Tails Generations.
Yes.
Classic Tails flies and jumps on badniks and spin dashes. Modern Tails just kind of flies his plane everywhere.
And shoots people.
Oh yeah, well
With a
that's
gun.
Yes. Tails had one too many sidekick smacks from Sonic, and he finally snapped.
Then he got himself from the past to take revenge on Sonic from all periods of time.
Suddenly, traveling through time, King Tails appears. Tails is the final boss of Yoshi's New Island.
Austin, what have we done?
Well, we've done a lot of things in our time, but this is probably bad, whatever it is.
This is probably bad? I don't
you
know.
feel-
If Tails if Tails changes the past so that he's the main character of the Sonic series from day one, then the series would be a lot better.
Yes, I won't deny that.
Because Tails is better.
Hello, I'm Yuji Naka. And I'm Tails! Mr. Naka, sir, why don't you, get rid of your blue hedgehog idea and base your character around me instead?
Wow, I must be really high.
And I have many more ideas!
I don't remember what we started. We started this episode with Sky Chase, didn't we?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Good.
Do you think we'll finish it off with Sky Chase too?
Maybe.
Oh dear.
I could see it happening.
Won't entirely rule the chance out.
Oh man, where can she be?
She can be anywhere, Sonic. But definitely not on the train tracks right now, because that would just be
I'll
stupid.
cut him off at
She
the
could be
facility.
anywhere, but she's really just right behind you.
Yes. You see, Sonic, why didn't you just destroy Zero earlier? It's not like a Z-Saber could possibly harm you.
Well, if we take Sonic to be the Blue Blur, rather than the Blue Bomber, this means that Zero was created with the specific purpose of destroying Sonic.
Let me go, you hunk of junk!
Well, I mean, aren't all
Hey
Robotnik's
there,
creations
bull
meant with
brain.
that purpose?
You better get any to me or I'll squash ya.
I mean, Metal Sonic was especially designed for that purpose, and look at how far he's gotten.
All living things kneel before your master.
And then he died.
The end.
Hey, what's happening here?
Also, sudden shade. It's not like a shadow just sort of comes over the area, it just spontaneously appears. I guess
I think I'll turn the sun out now.
I guess Robotnik just sort of teleported the egg carrier above them.
She's just heard this sound effect go with it.
Also, Zero is very big compared to the rest of the egg carrier.
Oh no, he's gonna weigh down the cardboard cutout. What are we gonna do?
Better send it off over the mountain so that nobody notices. Now, there are a lot of places that could be considered counterparts for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I'm not really sure that Red Mountain has a specific counterpart.
Well... Yeah, technically not really, at least the first half. It's
Yeah, the second half is obviously,
Lava
you know,
Reef.
yeah. But the first half, not so much.
This
I
is
mean,
an
we
ancient
got to
light.
see the
Try the
sides of the
lightspeed
volcano
dash toward the enemy.
before, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
you can now
entirely
do
out
the
of
light
question.
speed attack.
It's like, back whenever I was playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I would often like to look at the Angel Island that you see in, like, Sky Sanctuary Zone and stuff, and say, oh man, that's where that level is, and that's where that level is. But I could never really figure out where the mountain level was supposed to be. And here we are!
I mean, what I do find kind of cool is this is saying that, first of all, the fact that Sonic 1 took place on, if I recall the timeline correctly, it took place entirely on like one continent, and then Sonic 2 took place on another continent, and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles takes place on the floating island, and it's a bigger game than the other two games combined, and all it is a single island. I mean, Angel Island's huge! So the fact that on top of that now, Sonic Adventure is suggesting we haven't even seen it all yet, that's kind of impressive.
Well, I think that the comic books explained it as zones were sort of like mini realities, and so
Okay.
that's why, you know, Sonic just suddenly appears from Emerald Hill Zone, and then all of a sudden ends up in Chemical Plant without
They
there being
actually-
any kind of transition.
They actually went out of their way to explain that. That's almost sad.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonic 1 made a lot of sense. They were just constantly evolving civilization as he went along, and then they moved Labyrinth Zone back. It screwed that all up. But Sonic 2, yeah, that was entirely new.
So, you know, that explains that kind of, if you want to consider comic continuity at all. Because in that case, Sonic isn't moving across a continent, he's just going from alternate reality to mini-reality and mini-reality and stuff.
This is why I stick to the adventure games for my continuity.
No, Austin, not the adventure continuity. We don't talk about that. Despite the fact that we have been talking about that.
Well, you know, climbing a random ladder suddenly sends you to an avalanche zone. Right, let's see, what else was there? Getting caught in a wind tunnel suddenly sends you floating a couple million miles above the Earth. And, walking through a caged door suddenly sends you to a volcano. Makes perfect sense to me.
Obviously. But, yeah, this is a cool level. I really like the openness of this area.
It's my absolute favorite level, right, personally.
I don't know if I have a favorite level in this game. Except for maybe Tails' version of the city level.
Yeah, oh, that's definitely up there. I just really like the way that the levels build on each other for Sonic's story. I probably don't have it out yet because the laptop's not back yet and all that, but I am making a video detailing exactly why I love the stage progression in this game so much. So look for that soon on Austin on Sugar at YouTube.com.
Yeah, you'll exist. You don't exist yet, though.
Not yet, no. I'm just a disembodied voice that happens to be joining you on this commentary.
And a bunch of other commentaries.
Yes, exactly. What people don't know is that you actually played for both of us in all the verses.
Yeah.
And we just took
That's
your
why I
slower
win every
take.
time.
We just took your slower take and just shoved it over to my screen.
Yeah, that's
Which means I'd beat you in every versus we'd ever do if we just give you a physical form to do it with.
No, right now you're staying on texty level.
Oh, good.
Or, well, actually, scratch that. Don't make me send you back to texty level. At least you have a voice.
He may have a voice, but he's got plenty of spirit. Spunk, if you will.
Sarcasm.
Yes. Sarcasm gives you life.
Alright, so basically, we're in hell right now.
That's not too far off.
Like, I don't remember Lava Reef Zone being hell.
It wasn't this hellish anyway. Until Act 3, but that's not important.
Well, no, not until you play as Knuckles and you get to Act 2.
Oh, well, yeah.
Though then hell is frozen over.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright. So yeah, that was lava.
This has been lava.
So are you ready to end this episode the way we began it?
Sure. Let's do it.
Alright guys. Look at that egg carrier flying away.
Look at all those Eggman robots.
Because Robotnik's a coward. He can't handle Sonic.
Couldn't just be that he's flying to the Mystic Ruins. Oh, no, wait. That doesn't make sense. I just realized...
He flew away from Mystic Ruins.
I'll get to that continuity later. It's a very questionable thing in the game.
Oh, also Tails is alive, guys. The day is saved. The best character in the series is back and he's ready to kill somebody.
Hey, where's Silver? I didn't know he was in this game.
Ready to roll, champ?
Austin, you don't exist anymore. Your existence privileges have been revoked, Austin.
Existence is futile. You have no choice to survive. Make your time. Ha ha ha.
Anyway, Sky Chase, Act 2.
Yes.
Look at all this Sky Chase in this video, guys.
Look at all this clouds.
Right, you can only home in on so many enemies at once.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason.
I mean, I guess Tails just needs to restock his missiles from the local Burger Mart every time he fires at some point.
Well, you know, it's kind of like Ratchet and Clank. He just sort of buys them on this little hollow watch and they appear.
And we don't see that because all the action pauses every time he does that.
Yeah. It's also like Mega Man, where every time he needs to switch weapons, the world pauses.
Or GoldenEye with his little watch thing.
Yeah. Look at me shooting all those things that will be relevant later on.
do like the way that this particular stage is designed, though, because they're building up that you're going around the egg carrier, taking out its defenses before you fly underneath it to finish off. So the idea of all these little flybys is that you're slowly but surely taking out what you can underneath the egg carrier so you can make it through.
Yeah.
I like the idea. It just kind of doesn't make sense that if they want to land on the egg carrier, why not just land on the egg carrier?
Well, because then we wouldn't have a minigame.
So far, so
Game
good.
logic.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet.
It's Sega logic, everybody. Closely related to Nintendo logic.
Now
Also, transforming doesn't do anything significant.
it's got get Sonic the heck out of the way button now. That's very important.
Yeah.
And I believe the position of the gun switches from just to the side to the middle.
It was at the side before?
I don't know, I don't remember. I think maybe.
Austin, I brought you out here because you know everything.
Oh no.
Austin, are you failing me?
I'm failing. I'm so sorry. I get an E rank because E is for fail.
E is for erosion.
Let's play the sad music from Unleashed.
Austin, you know that I'm not good enough at editing to do that.
It doesn't matter, edit it anyway. I won't be able to hear us talk. It's no different than my Let's Break, you know, where I played the Thunderbirds theme for the entirety of this level and hoped you could still hear me over that.
Yeah. I could.
I don't even remember what I was saying there. I know I was ranting about something, but I don't know what.
Probably the unused dragon thing in this game.
Oh! Shall we get into that now? Or shall
Yeah,
we wait
sure.
until we have nothing to talk about next character?
Dude, it's relevant now.
Sure. Okay. Originally, it was planned that Sky Chase would not just be you flying around in Sky Chase and disabling defenses, but rather you would also be taking out a giant dragon robot thing. So a giant dragon robot thing would come out of the part of the egg carrier that turned into the giant Screw You cannon, and so this dragon thing would be flying along either behind you or in front of you. It was never too clear. And you'd have to destroy it and stuff. It's not really clear how that worked, but
I
there
was shooting
is...
after the minigame had ended.
Ooh, nice.
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
So you finish off the dragon boss
We gotta
somehow,
land on the egg
and that would sort of cause the egg carrier's defenses
What's that?
to be weakened or whatever. It kind of makes sense because there's no way you can beat that thing on your feet. However, I guess there was no real way to plan a set path to travel and also fight the dragon boss at the same time.
Wow.
However,
This thing is really
it's
huge.
still in the game's programming, and people have hacked it in to fly after you.
No
It doesn't
time
do
to
anything,
stop
but it
now.
looks awesome.
We need to find Amy.
Cool! Anyway,
You're right, my
with
friend.
that said,
Here we
this has been Let's
go.
Play Sonic Adventure. I've been Mr. Game & Pie,
I've been Austin on Sugar.
and we will see you next time when we annihilate the Death Egg. I mean the Egg Carrier, I mean the Death Egg Carrier, I mean laser hamsters. Goodbye!